I don't want to say that's the kind of look we expect.
That is the kind of look we expect.
Mercer left it short.
Pat's sort of the Tony Kornheiser of coaches. He's miserable unless he's miserable.
And he throws it off the hands.
And he's going to be even more miserable now. He's saying, I can't believe I'm looking at this. I'm only up 13. Having a tough day. But here you see this was not a good pass by Charles Lee. Little too tall for Abe Badness, as we say.
Pat with 2 degrees from Bucknell, longtime head coach here. I guess you could say he bleeds orange. Speaking of Tony Kornheiser, Bill B couldn't get the roll on the bank, but he'll go to the line.
Pat Flannery is one of the good people in basketball. I tease him a lot about his look, his demeanor on the bench at times, but he's really calmed down a lot the last few years, helped by his family, helped by the fact that he had some heart issues a couple of years ago, and the doctors told him he had to calm down, and probably also helped by the fact that he's got a pretty good basketball team.
He was the first recruit at Bucknell for his predecessor, Charlie Woolham, who led the Bison to 318 victories in his career.
Went on to William and Mary. I actually saw Charlie Woolham Friday. He now does color commentary. He and his wife have retired in Williamsburg, Virginia, where William and Mary is, and he does color on the William and Mary radio network.
Bilby looked like Betancourt was in the lane early, but he got the shot to go nonetheless. Not a 4-time starter for the Bison. And again with a bachelor's and master's here. And a great coach with Division III, won a national championship.
Just before he came to Bucknell.
Badness left it for Lee. Inside the arc. In and out.
Americain kind of hanging around.
Lekavicius to Mercer, right back to him. A 3 from the corner.
I'm surprised Donald Brown didn't come out there, because Lekavicius had the ball there for a while, and Brown just sort of stood back and said, go ahead and shoot. And Lekavicius is too good a shooter to do that to.
And again, Lekavicius, who had a big night on Friday with 18 versus Lafayette, with 11 this afternoon.
Most scouting reports, you mark a shooter plus or minus, as in he's a good shooter, you better get out on him, or he's not and don't. Lekavicius is certainly a plus shooter in anybody's scouting report.
And it is rare that you don't see a Bison defender go out and contest any shot, whether it's a plus or minus shooter.
That's been their hallmark these last 2 years.
Foul on Ingram is second. Inbounds to McNaughton. Back out to Brown.
29-3 in their last 2 years in the Patriot League.
Badness into a log jam with a tie-up to Bucknell.
Yeah. AU's playing pretty good defense in this game. The problem has been their offense. But there you see they aggressively attack Badness. The ball's loose on the floor, and Lekavicius gets his hands in there and creates the tie-up for Jeff Jones. Bucknell retains possession.
Brown from Lee.
And more frustration there for Jonah Lunas, because he played pretty good defense. Brown bobbled the ball but got it back and turned around and made the shot.
What a remarkable completion. Rarely do you see a wraparound from the baseline. Back to double figures for Bucknell. Every possession critical for Americain. Jonah Lunas gives it away.
Again, trying to play Jonah Lunas away from the basket a little bit to draw McNaughton out, but playing him away from the basket is one thing, executing plays from there is another, and he struggled with it, and he comes out now.
Jonah Lunas giving way to Nichols after the 8th turnover by AU.
Really, that's not a bad number, considering the fact that they had 3 in their first 5 possessions.
McNaughton from 17.
And when he jumps out and hits that shot, you've got a problem, because he's mostly a low post player.
He hasn't missed today. 6 for 6.
Hit the biggest shot in the history of the Patriot League. The game winner against Kansas in the NCAA tournament with 10.5 seconds left last year.
And then defended the last shot of that game against Dwayne Simeon.
Yeah, after Kansas was able to convert that long pass, and several hearts stopped, including one sitting in Worcester, Massachusetts, watching the game on TV.
No repeat of the Christian Laettner versus Kentucky.
But it was close.
It was close.
But you're right, because McNaughton did a good job getting out and getting a hand in Simeon's face.
Bilby able to wrestle it away out to Mercer. Lekavicius, the whirling dervish toward the goal with the bang.
Boy, that's a tough shot. He's fearless. That's his greatest strength, is that he is absolutely fearless.
Betancourt trying to bounce it inside, and a foul on the floor against American.
And that's on L.Lekavicius. L.Lekavicius here with the spin move on Charles Lee, who's a great defender, and bumped him with the body, and he still banks it in off the bucket.
Got great spring, and he's a strong guard for the American Eagles. And L.Lekavicius with 13 today, helping